everyone, we are going to go through the basic steps for online registration in Skyward. Once you've provided your login ID and password, you're going to sign in, and this will take you to a dialog box that shows you here in the middle that online registration is open. Click on the link for your student, and then we're going to go through these different steps located on the right-hand side. We can see if it is required because it'll say up on the top, required in red. If it's optional, it will say optional. Because this is required, I'm going to provide my name and the date, and then I'm going to choose to either complete step 1 only, which means I will just complete the step and I might move on and do something else, come back to it, or I can do all of it at once. I'm going to complete step 1 and move on to step 2. Now, the proof of residency provides the opportunity to upload documents to prove your residency. So I'm going to just select a couple of documents here. If you're unable to select documents, you have the details in the center of your screen to show when the office is open for your student where you can physically drop off those different documents. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. These gray fields are not editable, but the white fields are editable, so you could change any of this information as you go. Feel free to change things that need to be changed. You are able to also insert physicians, hospitals, different things like that. Once you start typing in the name of that, then it should auto-populate. And then you can move on to the next step. Your emergency contacts, you have the ability in this step to delete an emergency contact, or you can change the emergency contact order. Simply click the arrows and save your changes before moving on to the next step. If there's any information that you would like the school district to have about your student for teachers, staff, administrators, you can provide that here and then move on to the next step. This step, you're able to verify the ethnicity of your child. And in this step, you're able to access the food service application. If you're interested in seeing if you qualify for your child to have free or reduced meals, you can click on this link and it'll take you to a separate dialog box where you can then submit that application. You may also make a fee payment. That'll open up in a different dialog box to complete those steps. And this is the general consent form. You'll need to provide your name, your address, and your phone number. And then each of these numbers is a different general consent that you need to authorize. Simply click the drop-down box and select yes or no for each of these different options, and then provide your name and the date before moving on to the next step. The elementary school handbook will be here for you to be able to look at in order to view and then move on to your next steps. We have some health requirements for your student health record. You'll need to provide consent, and then there are these drop-down boxes again for you to select any kind of special health requirement that your student may have. Make sure you provide the name of your family doctor in case of any kind of emergency, and then provide that guardian name and the date. You'll have the Leader in Me survey for your elementary school. That again will pop up in a separate dialog box for you to complete. Your transportation, you'll be able to provide which option your child will primarily use. Simply select the one and then go to your next steps. The next couple of links are optional. We can see right here that it says optional. If you're interested in the backpack program, you could click on that link and fill out that survey in the separate dialog box. If you're interested in the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Mid-Illinois, simply click on that link. And if you're interested in the YMCA before and after school program, you're able to click on that link as well and fill out that information before moving on to your next step. We can see that all of these steps are completed. It says that it's completed, time-stamped with the date. We also see these green check marks next to each one of our steps. When you are ready, you would just click Submit Online Registration, and that will register your student. You can go back to review the completed steps, and this will show that your student is registered. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to the administrators and secretaries